Hello again. Just wanted to have a little chat with you about this zone padlock, and as you can see, it's defeated me and I've had to use the grinder to remove it. It was a job that required it to be removed as quickly as possible, so the client was okay with this, and we obviously supplied a replacement padlock with keys. But it still defeated me, and everything we try and do non-destructively, all of the methods failed on this on the particular morning. The lock was very gunked up. There was lots of gunk inside, and it's been cleaned since, and I'm going to attempt to pick it using the Yale Lishi copy. And as I do so, hopefully I'll be able to talk to you about the method I'm using and how I'm going about getting an open on this. So let's just zoom in on that, on the important bits. There we go. Right, so I'm going to be applying a gentle pressure with my thumb. There's no spring tension in this padlock. It's just a core that rotates. So I'm going to be holding a gentle pressure on there, and then first things first, just going to go through the pin stacks, just make sure that we have access to everything, which we do. And in fact, the spacing matches this Lishi pick really well. So what I'm going to do is start on pin 1, and I'm just gently pushing it up. And I'm not sure if you can hear. Oh, there we go. We just got a good click out of there, but on the way up there was quite a lot of grinding and supplementary clicks. But the pick itself on the way up was feeling quite tight, and wasn't yielding until it's reached the position it's in now. And you can see that if I just gently push on the pick arm, I'm getting a movement of 2 or 3 pin heights there. And that's what some people are calling the set bounce. So the pin set, and that's a good indication. So let's go to pin 2. Let's push that up. Okay, so we've got a little bit of movement there. It feels very tight, so I'm going to carry on pushing upwards. And at this particular occasion, that's really tight, and I'm going to have to back the tension off a little bit. And I've just heard pin 1 drop, but I've backed the tension off until such point as that's lifted the pin up and it's actually set the pin. So now pin 1's dropped. Let's go back and set pin 1 again. There we go. So pin 1 is now set. Pin 2 is set. Let's go and have a look at 3, see where that goes. So that's really tight. So I'm going to back off the tension a bit. Something's dropped. Okay, so that's moved up, but there's no bounce on there, so it looks like it needs to go higher. Dropping everything inside the lock now. Okay, I would say that that's overset. Let's just reset, try again. That's better. Okay, go to pin 2, set pin 2, bit of rotation on the core there, set pin 1 up the top here somewhere. There we go. So pin 1 set, pin 2 set, pin 3 has dropped. So okay, let's try pin 3 again. Now another pin's dropped. There we go. Pin 3, I expect it's 1 yet, 1. So let's set 1 again. So 1 set, 2 set, 3 is set. Okay, let's try pin 4. Taking the tension off a bit, up it goes. I can hear pins dropping, more pins dropping. It's really tight. Okay, and the pin has set itself, but all of the other pins have dropped. So what this is doing is it's telling me I'm picking this in the wrong order. So obviously the order of the pins is incorrect. Let's just carry on. That's set pin 5. Nice bit of bounce on there. Let's do 6. That's really tight. It's binding. There's a click. I would say that's feels like it's set. So 6, 5 and 4 are picked. 3 is obviously dropped, so let's set 3 again. It's clicked, but it needs to go further. I'm backing the tension off slightly. Everything's dropped. Okay, 3 is set, 6 is set, 5 is set, and 4, there we go, 4 set, 4, 5, 6. What a nightmare of a lock. As you can see, every time I touch something, everything decides that it wants to drop back down again. So there's 2, pin 2, something's dropped. There's pin 2, bit of rotation on the core, pin 1, even more rotation on the core. So now we're now in a full set. So one of the spools is now engaged. So pin 1, pin 2, okay, pin 3 has dropped, 4 is set, 5 is set, 6 is set. So let's just go for 3. We'll lift that one up. I'm taking the tension off ever so slightly just to allow that spool to move. Trying not to drop anything. Okay, so that's set and something's dropped. It was pin 1. So lift pin 1 up. And it's open. Wow. A bit of to-ing and fro-ing on there. What a tricky lock. Obviously now it's open. The remains of the shackle can be removed. Okay. Now the other thing that you can do when the lock is in this position is you can have a look at the pin heights. So as you move along, I can see the actual pin heights, which would allow you, if it was a Yale, to be able to cut a key. You can see those are the heights for the pins. Now what I've done is I've taken those, I've taken a photograph of this, and hopefully we'll be able to see this. You can see on the photograph I've projected the pin heights, and that is what the key would look like in its outline. I'm not saying you could cut a key. You could probably file a key down to match this, but anyway, that's something else that this particular tool will allow you to do, is see the pin heights. Okay, a really tricky one to pick, but anyway, it was open. All right, thanks a lot. Bye for now.